Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you guys are having a good morning. I started scratching my head. Maybe you're questioning something. Maybe. Maybe I'm questioning something. Something? Okay, stop. I do have these weird little frequency things going. I don't know, they're kind of helping me concentrate. I hope you're having a great morning or afternoon, whenever it's probably going to be afternoon by the time this is up, if you watch my videos immediately. I know there's a few of you that do. And if you're one of those people, thank you so much for watching them immediately and checking out all my videos. You all are so sweet. I love doing these for you. For those of you that are new, my username is NikkiFM, but you can call me Madeline. Long story. You should be able to find it in the, it's actually a very short story. But we're going to talk about longer stories now. So we are going to be doing the final sign for this individual cycle, or this individual, I think it's a cycle. Would you call it a cycle? I think it's a cycle. Yeah, that sounds about right. This loop around the zodiac. So this is the second or first time that we've gone the opposite direction, going with time. I need to re-dye my hair and I need to wash it as well. I'm gonna go take a shower right after I do this. I just wanted to finish this off. So I think we started the cycle circuit, this little cycle this time around. We started with Sagittarius and we moved backwards. So I think we did up to Virgo on a live stream, and then the rest we did individual messages for. So if you haven't watched your message already, go check it out. And so we're going to just be doing the final sign. So this is technically for all zodiac signs, but we are currently, where my energetic body is positioned is in Sagittarius, near or around the galactic center, because we're thinking about I'm thinking about the bow and arrow, right? That's what Sagittarius stands for, is the bow and arrow. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to energetically move just the energy, I'm just really trial and error. So let's take a look and see what we have coming out for you for overall energy. Can we get the overall energy for this? We'll call it the cycle one, I guess. We'll call it cycle one. I'm going to start going with time backwards, because I figure if you're a reader or if you watch a lot of readings, sometimes you'll notice when people get to Sagittarius, they usually feel really drained because of the galactic center, right? Because it sucks all that energy through the portal. So if we go the opposite way, it's like pulling the tension on the bow and arrow. Right, okay, so I want you to feel the energy, right? This isn't anything, I've never seen anybody talk about this. This is just what I've energetically myself felt. You have self-care. I know I'm kind of in the need to do that right now, but it's okay. I'm going to do it as soon as I'm done here. I'm going to go get to work. So this is just what I've energetically felt myself. So it's not anything I've been told before, but there is knowledge behind it. Another thing you can look at is in your sidereal Vedic divisional charts. You can go to the D9 chart, and that's going to take your entire chart, and it's going to, how do you do? I think they take the third. I can't remember exactly what KRS-One said, but you can, or KRS Astrology, you can go look at what the D9 Navamsa divisional chart is. So it also is kind of working with that. The D9 talks a lot about luck and marriage and love, and it's a good energy. But so pretty much what it does is it stretches your entire ninth house. It makes it's like your entire birth chart from your ninth house perspective. And I think there's it goes up to 60. Wait, is it 60? I don't know. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I think the last one that they have on AstroSeek, which is not using the original Vedic chart, that's still using the round charts, because I do like those, because they just make more sense to me still. So you have self-care. Taking care of yourself is so important. You could be going through some heart chakra thing, heart chakra awakenings, or just working through some things in the heart center. So if we're starting in Sagittarius, obviously everyone's going to have a different ascendant in the Vishma, I'm sorry, not the Dasha system, it's the Navamsha chart. There's also like the Dwadashamsha chart, which is going to talk about like your 10th house, right? So up to the 12 would be the 12 divisional houses. The second divisional chart is the Hora chart, and that's only with the 2 luminaries. So they divide all of the planets and they split them between the 2 luminaries. So you would, anyways, go check it out. It's actually very interesting to check out. I find myself often so baffled at the entire system of Vedic astrology and how intricate and like spot on I've kind of found it to be. I don't know, I'm still new. It's like, it's all trial and error, right? There's nobody that knows astrology. We're all students. We're all practicing. There's obviously people that have the capacity to see things more abstractly than others. And there's people that have the capacity to even understand the abstract thoughts of other people, which hopefully will in turn help them to make their own revelations about, their chart. Because we all have different places that are important in our chart. Like, I don't really have a very strong, let's say, I don't have a very strong solar energy in my chart, right? It's important, it's the sun, but it's really not that important. I would say, oh, no, I do have a really strong solar energy. I would say I don't know. Everything's important. Everything's important. I could say I don't have that strong of a Saturnian influence, but I've still made Saturn a very big deal about learning. We have bitch. Okay. We have black square in reverse. I think that the black square talks about like a graduation cap. Self-care, bitch, and black square in reverse. I'm actually so curious as to what they mean by that black square. I'm going to grab this little book thing in here, just so that I can read it, because I'm wearing my robe. I have like little shorts on in here, but it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't look like a hoochie mama. Wait, what's a hoochie mama? Urban Dictionary. Okay, let's see. I'm so curious. Okay, so apparently you're not only down for doing the bare minimum during an incredibly significant time to stand up and advocate for human rights. Drawing this card reminds you that your actions need not to just be performative. They need to be based in real knowledge and include follow through both online and IRL in real life. You don't have to be on the front lines, but at this point in history, you can't be silent either. Oh yeah, there's an election today. I don't feel the need to share my political opinions with anyone else, but yeah, I just don't. It's none of your business. What I believe politically is my business, not yours. Sorry. If I was more like, if I had more knowledge about it, it's just, that's not what I'm focused on right now. That's not, I'm a Libra. I'm so indecisive, right? It's not like I have my personal opinion of what I think it should be, but I am not going to share that with you because it's none of your business. Sorry. Apologize if that makes your feelings hurt. I do recognize that that's happening, and I hope and wish for both of them the most best of luck. And I know that whatever happens, that we will figure it the fuck out. A big mixed barrel of emotion. I'm gonna put that with the bitch. It's your own responsibility to expand instead of just contracting. I'm gonna put that with the bitch. Okay, which could be any of them. It could be me. Shit, relax. It's just the loading screen. I'm the bitch. There's no not bitch here, right? I don't know. I can't say anything because it's just going to be disrespectful. Somebody's going to get their feelings hurt. I don't know. I don't know. Character-wise, just character, like based off of like their personalities, I'm a huge Donald Trump fan. I think that Donald Trump is a good father. I think Donald Trump is a great businessman. I think Donald Trump is a good advocate. I believe that Donald Trump is just an overall around, like, he might be a little narcissistic and a little bit full of himself, yes, but all that aside, like, I do believe that he has a good character. I believe he's a good human being within reason, right? To some people it might not be that way, but I do believe that he's a good father. He's a Gemini. My dad's a Gemini as well, and so I know that he's a good father. I know that he has a lot of power ancestrally. I know from his birth chart with him having his ascendant in Mars on Regulus, which is the dead throne, right? It's where the past kings go, and that's where imagine like a dead Freemasons club, quote unquote, but made for like the forefathers, the men, the Pitris, the powerful men in the world. That's where all of that accumulated power goes, is on Regulus, in which Donald Trump has his Mars, which is the general, and his ascendant, which is his face. So I do believe he would make a great president. I do believe he would make a great president. I loved him in the last presidency. I don't know what happened. Like, everything was so fucking crazy. Like, the entire country shut down. That's never happened to anyone. And I think he handled it extremely, extremely well. I think that people were angry and bored. That's what I think. So I shared my opinion. That's what I think, personally. I think people were angry, and I think that they were bored. And, you know, we all kind of need to take responsibility for the actions of what happened then. I don't know. That's all I really know. I know at the end of the day, I'm going to pretty much do what I want to do, because that's just how I am. I'm going to do what I have to. I'm going to survive, right? I'm not going to follow anyone's rules. I mean, within reason, I will follow rules, but like, it doesn't affect me that much, I don't think. Maybe it does, taxes, whatnot, but I haven't really let that into affect my personal life right now. It's okay, you're not supposed to be doing anything right now. Okay, cool. If I had a husband, if I was like married and I had a husband, I would more than likely allow him to like kind of, that's just my opinion. I would kind of allow my husband, I think, to vote for me, or just like to, right, assuming that he would be into that kind of stuff. I'm just not super into it. I like, yeah. Is that like bad to say? It's not saying that I couldn't choose myself. I would choose myself if I had an opinion. I just don't. I just don't. We're going to get into this reading. Sorry, I had to address it because it was the first thing that was coming out. So, I'm sorry. You know, I mean, regardless of what happens, like, we're going to be okay. We're going to be more than okay. We're going to be great. We're going to prosper. We're going to thrive. Yes, that's all. So, let's do the 12 card spread. So, starting at 1414 on the timer. Big 14 knows what the fuck is going on, as Trippie Redd would say at the beginning of some of his music videos. Okay. 14 is also the 14th nakshatra is Chitra, which is like chi, C-H-I, chi, so breath. T is like plus, like addition. And then we have Ra, so sun, so it's like breath plus sun. So we're going to breathe into the sun. Chitra also stands for the, let's see, it also stands for the, I think it's like the the blossoming lotus. It's at the beginning of, or the end of Virgo and the beginning of Libra, and it is ruled by Mars. So the first house, we have the Six of Pentacles is in reverse. The second house, we have the Eight of Cups. The third house, we have the Hierophant. The fourth house, we have the Fool in reverse. The fifth house, we have the King of Wands in reverse. And in the sixth house, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I think right now you are really focusing on building a really strong foundation for yourself, working on getting over some hurdles, trying to do things by the book, without having to like throw yourself down a rabbit hole or without having to throw yourself down into a pit, right? There is potentially this thing you've been working on keeping very by the book. The Hierophant came out, so that's like really traditions and following structures, orders, right? Having the keys to something, having access to something. And this Fool reverse, King of Wands reverse, that could really talk about like learning or beginning to like have working on your skills of not being so hot-headed, being more agreeable with, being more not so hot-tempered, not so arrogant, or not quite so belligerent, or not quite so how do I say it? I don't know if the proper word to use. Hot-headed. We'll just say hot-headed, like, but also like really working with your verbal communication, right? This could have even been something maybe you took some classes for, you got some therapy for, or that you had like a professional come and actually help you with this Hierophant card to communicate in a way that's not quite so aggressively, or it's not aggressive isn't the right word. Sassy? Is it sassy? No, it's not the right word. You guys know what I'm talking about. Do you know what I'm talking about? I feel like you've been working on that, or it's like there was some things that you really had some time to like look at yourself in the mirror and be like, okay, so this is something that I might need to work on in myself if I want to be successful moving forward in my life. If I want to be successful, if I want to be, and I think that this person has a lot of good potential, considering the circumstances aren't necessarily the best. This Hierophant card is really coming out really strongly for me. And it's just like, it's kind of giving me like, just like kind of stick with what we know, go with what we know, go with what we know for sure is going to work. I just don't really know that right now is the time to be like playing with things that we don't necessarily understand, things that we don't necessarily know is going to be favorable, right? It's just maybe not now. Like, I'm not saying not never, but just maybe not right now. Maybe this time isn't the best time. Maybe the next time will be better. I think that, and I'm sure that there are people that are like, that feel that way about, but I don't know. It's not really anything to say. I don't, why is this coming out? Because it's really important. It's just kind of what's in the energy right now. So, let's get the 7th house through the 12th house. You have the 7 of Pentacles, right? It's like, give something time to grow. Allow it time to work, all right? Like I said, somebody's working on something about themselves. Their heart is, they've really, that's their 8th house. So it's like, let's just get them all out. The Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. The 9 of Pentacles is in the upright. Well, whoever you're going to be working with this year seems like they're doing pretty good financially. I feel like finances are a lot more abundant there, but the Star is also in reverse. So that's kind of like, whenever I see the Star in reverse, it kind of like makes me feel like I'm like, because that star is like the sun kind of a little bit. It's like, that's what's powering this line of reading is kind of what it's giving me. So it's like, maybe you're the star right now, right? Maybe there's no denying that you're taking the center spotlight in something in your life, right? Maybe you're doing something where you're really abundant, or you're going to get an opportunity that is really just like amazing, right? You could be getting an opportunity to like show what you're capable of, or where you're able to show people all of the hard work you've put into something. I feel like I think that whoever, I don't know, you're gonna do great. It's gonna be great. You know? I am seeing this 9 of Pentacles energy. I'm not sure. The star is in reverse. I don't know. Take with it what you will. Bottom of the deck, we have Temperance in reverse. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much it for right now. We'll get a little deeper into the cards in a second. Just give me a second to like process this a little bit. I don't know, it really came out, like that's what really came out. I know, like, you guys, I hope you can feel like the undertone of like what I feel like this reading is for. I was really not trying to do that, but it's obviously coming out in the reading. So that is something that is coming through. In regards to any outcomes, I don't really see anything here, and I don't really want to make any predictions, but you know, that's the reading that we have. So that's one of the manifestations, I suppose, that we're going to be looking at, or that we just looked at. But I would also like to kind of like be able to like do something for my individual, like my personal self, just because it is my thing, right? Like, I mean, it could work for you as well. Like, don't feel like you can't join in on the party, but not the party. It's not a party, but like, if it resonates for you as well, then it resonates for you as well. But like that last reading was really looking like somebody else was really the one that was kind of like taking the glory and the fame, right? Like the spotlight wasn't on me, and I thought that's a big deal. But I do want to do something that is more energetically focused towards me. Like, I will read if there's something in the energy that needs to be read, but I would like to do something for myself as well, or you guys. It doesn't matter. I'm not sure. Just the overall energy. We have the Empress. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ten of Swords. The Seven of Wands in reverse. The Four of Wands. The Ace of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands in the upright. The Emperor is in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles is in the upright. The Four of Pentacles. And Justice. Big, like, Venusian energy here. Kind of like locking in this entire reading. Bottom of the deck, we do have this Three of Swords in reverse. Interesting. You can see like she's like really dragging this person. It's almost like somebody's like forcing you to do something. It's like, you have to come and do this. Like, come on, you have to go and do this. Like, it's like somebody's not giving you an option. It's like there's something you need to do that maybe you're not, you have anxiety about doing. It's like you're kind of like, I don't know if I really want, like, you're like, you have anxiety, like you're nervous. You're like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But you know you have to, so you just have to get up there and do it, right? It's like you're going to make the biggest speech of your flipping life, and you got to go up there and you got to just swallow the fear and just face the goblin, face the scary person, the person that scares you the most. I think that it will be for your best interest to just do it. I think that it's scary, yes, but it's scary because of the huge capacity that there is for growth and healing in this situation for you, you know? So it's really entirely up to you, whether you want to come forward to this person or not, whether you want to speak up for this person, whether you want to, you know. I feel like we're in good hands. I feel like I can kind of feel the love in this pile a little bit. I don't know. It's giving me the vibe like somebody sees like they see something in you. They just see something special in you. They see something great in you. They think that you have a great potential to do really great things. So don't ruin it. Don't waste it. And I feel like somebody might be kind of dragging you and like, no, like you have to go and do this. You have to. You just have to. It'll probably be nice. You just have to. Or your life will fall apart, crumble at the seams if you don't. So you'll never be able to get it off your head unless you go and do it. So, but take your time. I know I needed to take mine. We have surprise with the Empress. We have ending with justice. We have the Woman of the World with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have with the Ten of Swords, we have generosity in the third house. Seven of Wands in reverse. Truth. We're going to clarify these cards with this book pamphlet in a second. With the Four of Wands in the fifth house, we have power. The sixth house, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. We have stop, look, and listen. In the seventh house, we have the Two of Pentacles with growth. In the eighth house, we have the Six of Wands upright. I've been pulling that card so much in reverse lately. It came out in the upright for this reading, so that's cool. We have Judgment. In the ninth house, we have the Emperor in reverse with a brown-haired man. In the 10th house, we have the Queen of Pentacles. It's actually a really pretty Queen of Pentacles card. I don't know, it looks cool. You can see there's like the gold stuff on it. So we have Storm, more lightning. Clarified by the, I'm sorry, it's one back. In the fifth house, we had the lightning bolt here. And then in the 10th house, we have, which isn't, they're not like, the fifth house lines up with the 11th house and the 10th house lines up with the fourth house, like oppositionally speaking. So, the Four of Pentacles in the 11th house, we have a dark-haired woman with the Four of Pentacles. Very cool. Bottom of the deck, we have a fair gray-haired woman in reverse. So when I see the fair gray-haired woman, that really, for me, that talks about, like a woman that is wise, somebody that has wisdom, somebody who has power. When your hair turns gray, like think of Lon Milo Duquette. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Like he has the most beautiful white, like his hair is like white. It's beautifully white. Like, whoa. I think I tried to dye my hair this summer. I know I did because I had to dye it like 16 times to try and get it to be Lawn Milo Duquette white. It's not very, don't do it because your hair might fall off. I don't know if I did it wrong or something. I'm not sure. Hey, Wendy, you're sweeping on his couch. I'm looking for my vape pen. I tried to dye my hair Lawn Milo Duquette white, but it didn't really work. I have to find my vape pen. I don't know what I did with it. I think the dog's laying up, but she's sleeping really cute. Hey, are you on my vape pen, lady? Miss Lady? Come here. I need to get my vape pen. Because you're sleeping on it. Here. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bug you. No, come back. Come back, because I just need to grab it. Now go to sleep. You can lay down. There you go, lay down. Perfect. I want to use this here. You used to be super cozy for yourself, okay? Smooch. Sorry. She said, you jerk. I'm pretty happy. I don't think there's anything I'm unhappy about. I'm very grateful. Why are you feeling bad? We have a prostitute and a Don Juan and a king. I am a webcam model. I'm not a prostitute. Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I feel like the whole, like, webcamming thing to begin with was kind of out of my comfort zone. It was out of my comfort zone. It was kind of, like, against my normal, like, what I would normally be comfortable doing. I definitely, like, adapted to it. I think I had to take some I could take Xanax at first to even, like, be able to go on. But eventually, like, I adapted to it. And it was a good thing that I did that. I don't know. I'm really good at it. I don't know why. It's kind of weird because it's like acting. Kind of. Sometimes I act like myself, but it's definitely like a character I have to put on. I just don't really see myself, like, I don't know. I don't like when people like offer me money and it just makes me uncomfortable. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. Like in real life or something, it just makes me feel weird. I'd much rather be like the person that was able to give to someone than the person that like was expecting something, especially for my body. I don't know. It just makes me feel weird and like icky. I just wouldn't. And there would be like, if something like that were to ever come up, I just don't feel myself physically capable. Like I would physically be incapable of doing it. It's like I would just kind of like freeze, I think, automatically. So I don't know if that's just me. It seems like it might just be me. Maybe not. I mean, I'm sure there's other people like that, but it's kind of hard to find in my, I don't know. I'm weird. Like, I mean, I don't mind, like, on the webcam. On webcamming is different, though. But I don't, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't know. I just couldn't. It would take all the fun out of it for me, I feel like. So I just couldn't. I could never see myself, like, being able to do anything like that, like, in person with anyone. I'm quite the opposite, I think. Okay, I don't know why I'm talking about this. I'm planning a romantic date, or we can Netflix and chill like old times. I want to cook for you, no strings. That's fine. Perspective. When I look at your pictures, I feel lost in your eyes. That's with the Ten of Swords, so be careful who you're looking at, motherfuckers. You have no idea. Motherfucker might turn you to stone. Or, I feel like if you're dealing with somebody that has like a Sagittarius rising even, it's almost like because they have like that opposite energy of Algol, they can almost like turn you into a Gorgon and you can petrify them into stone. Even though you don't have your ascendant there, just like if they're like dominating the situation, you just have to be careful about that. So, you know. I love you more than words can express. You still mean so much to me. And that is with the Seven of Wands in reverse. And it's actually this card here. But it came in reverse. And then this picture here was the one when... No, that's not. This lady's like rubbing this person's feet. And it's the Ten of Swords, though. She's like rubbing his feet, so... I don't know if you're... And then we had the Empress, which is this card here. And you can see there's like this snake behind her. So... And then we had the Six of Pentacles that came out in reverse for your second house. So there might be somebody that's coming to like offer you something expansive. They could have like pretty blue eyes, like icy blue eyes or something. And then we have Truth with the Ten of Swords, and I love you more than words can express. You still mean so much to me. So there could have been something like maybe kind of difficult or traumatizing that you went through with this person here. It could have been a sibling. It could have been... I was just talking to my... Like, I didn't talk to him directly. I can call him whenever I want to, but... yeah, my little bro. He's really sweet. I love him to the death. I really do. He's so sweet. He's getting older now, so that's really cool. His dad died when he was 6 months old. They weren't really expecting to have any more children, considering I was already like 15, 14, 13, something like that. I was the baby for a really long time, and then I was the youngest for a long time, and then I became a middle child, and I left. I said, screw you guys, I'm going home. But there was nowhere to go. I just kind of went on my own. He's doing really good, though. And I didn't do that for any other reason other than I just had problems. I didn't want to... I was angry, right? I was so angry. I was really angry at myself and at my mom and just everyone and everything. That it was just best that I left because I would have just caused a lot of issues. I wouldn't have been able to have controlled or contained or, right? I just have like, I've got a lot of Mars in my natal chart. And it's well dignified, and it's with Rahu, so it can get, and it's square Pluto, so I definitely do struggle with that anger. And when I was a lot younger, I didn't know how to control it. I didn't know. I'm lucky that I am safe and okay, and I've never like done anything crazy, but like there's been times when it's gotten there for me before, so I just have to kind of, you know, meditate, do my tarot card readings, stay calm, goose rabah, anger management type things, just grounding myself, you know, working on myself. Yeah. Don't hit people. It's not good. You're not allowed to hit people. So I don't hit people. I have been known to, right, like I just kind of have like this thing where it's like if you start acting funny around me and you start playing games or like you start doing things that are like not proper, like that, like, I mean, and I get like, I mean, I'm not like doing like fucked up things, right? I'm talking like if you start being fucking shitty to me, or if you start acting like out of line or out of pocket, like I will be the one to like really stand up and correct a motherfucker really quick and be like, bitch, like, what are you doing? And sometimes it'll make me so angry because I can't control this other person's actions because it's not, you're not allowed to do that. But yeah, I definitely do have like a pretty strong moral compass about me. I was raised, you know, I had a very strong, like, I've got good street credit, I guess. I have good street credit, so, you know, and that's with probably some of like the scariest people in, you know, the entire Seattle city limits. Like, it was scary, it was weird, but like I was fine, right? He's got away with the beasts. Sorry, I'm stupid. That was dumb. I'm aware that there's more to it than meets the eye. You have perspective. It's the Four of Wands. But you know what? Like, I will say this, like, throughout my entire experience of like being homeless and like kind of like being really young and hitchhiking away from my house, kicking out my window and just like leaving one day just because I just had to go. It wasn't safe for anyone that I was there. It was just not safe. There's just something that told me that Chuck had died and my mom was mad and angry and sad, and he was like the Hierophant, right? He was like the nails to the family. He was the foundation. He was the thing that kept us all together. It's big Taurus energy. It's the tradition, it's the structure, it's the person that kind of holds the traditions together, that knows the traditions because they've experienced the traditions in the past, and they've experienced them so well that they're able to perform them now for everyone else that hasn't experienced them in the past. I was actually thinking about this yesterday when I was thinking about the election, and like about how like the Queen of England, like she was a really good ruler. She ruled for a really long time, but she was also raised, like when she was born, she was raised from the day that she was born to fit that role. And that is, I believe, why she was able to rule for so long, and why a lot of times, they do a pretty good job. I feel like they do. I don't know too much about politics, but there's something about that. And that like being kind of not necessarily a bloodline, but just being that person that goes in to the beginning of their life, like when you're royalty. I believe that's what you do. That's what they do in like video games and stuff. I don't know. I'm not royalty. I'm a farmer's kid. I come from farmers. We're strawberry farmers that ran away from Germany in World War II. So I don't know. That's all I know. That's all I know. This is a weird reading, isn't it? Oh. Alright. I fucked up. I don't know what to say to you or how to make this right. And that was with the Ace of Wands in reverse, and stop, look, and listen. Okay, so somebody just... I also have this card here that I just saw. It's broken. It says, I know you are my soulmate, babe. Our bond is beyond magnetic. And I'm seeing all the signs. So somebody's seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities about your connection. Just said it was fated, right? Like soulmates, I believe that, soulmates are just people that you connect with on a soul level. And sometimes soulmates, I've noticed, can be... for me, it's everything that I'm not, right? So if there's something in a person that like I don't have, right? A lot of times I'll be really attracted to that person, and I feel like that there will be something that I can energetically benefit from understanding their viewpoint and their perspective on things, as opposed to people that have like a lot of like the really similar placements to me, or even like difficult placements, as long as they're not like fucking annoying placements. I can usually handle that. Like if there's like evolutionary work that can be done through astrology, I'm definitely really interested in doing that, just because I definitely use my natal chart, and I'm learning to do the transits, but I'm really like knowing my personal natal chart in and out is really what I've been focusing on right now, and just like understanding the angles that are made in my personal chart. Because I kind of believe that that is where the angels kind of fit in, is in the angles. In each angle, because it makes more, like numbers just make more sense to me than like the words, right? The numbers make more sense to me. We have the Two of Pentacles, which is like an expansion of Capricorn energy, which is like being outside. So you could be going outside more. Somebody could be helping you overcome some like struggles or difficulties in regards to just being outside more, because the 10th house in Capricorn, or just like focusing on your career, focusing on following your natural like urges and passions, and like not feeling like you have to follow a status quo of like what's acceptable and what's not. Obviously, like there's moral code and there's laws and things that obviously like don't be a fucking weirdo, but like it's okay to connect with people. It will more than likely help you grow, even if it's somebody that like you wouldn't necessarily like see yourself talking to. I feel like those are the people most of the time you can learn the most from. Or even people that are like kind of controversial or difficult for you to even like swallow at first. Not swallow, okay, no. That was gross, sorry. It wasn't gross, sorry. I should have said that. But like when like, just like, you know? I'll be back when we are fully happy and fulfilled in our lives. With the 6 of Wands and Judgment. Yeah. You know, I mean, it's a big Rahu placement for me to learn, right? In the same place where Donald Trump has his Mars and his ascendant, I have my Rahu and my Mars in the same position. I believe his orb is slightly farther apart than mine. Mine is like right on top of Regulus, which is known as the throne. So it's just like it's and it's judgment, right? You think of God's throne that like judges souls. That's really what Regulus kind of stands for. So it's a really big spot for me to fill. It's really confusing. There's not like any classes you can really take on that. And just like I find judgment to be so unattractive, and I find it to be very uncomfortable. And a lot of times I find myself, especially if it's made in a rush, making the entirely wrong judgment calls. Sometimes that's why it's okay to take your time and communicate and things like that. Nothing is ever set in stone, right? I don't have anything on Algol. I'm a pretty flexible person, I think, but it is something that I have to understand that is my personal destiny, is to be there. You know, I do have my K2 into Hishtana, which is about music. And so I like a lot of music. I listen to a lot of music. I know music. I'm not going to create music in this lifetime, I don't think, because I feel like I've already done it in a past lifetime. I like music. Music is good. It's safe and comfortable. And it's, I feel like where I get to experience a lot of the most beautiful things in life. Oh, and I have it in the same sign as my Jupiter. Far conjunction, though. Jupiter's in my 1st house, and K2 is in my 12th. But it's in the same sign as my ascendant. So, which is Aquarius. We have the Emperor in reverse with the brown-haired man. I'm going crazy without you. I want to see you so bad. We have the Queen of Pentacles with the Storm. You are the only one that makes me feel this way. Holy fuck. Calm the fuck down. Sometimes it's like when you get into a relationship, or when you've been in a relationship sometimes for a long time, it's like somebody, like that person can just like make you so fucking angry. Just like, why are you so fucking stupid? Sorry. I don't mean to be like that. That's why it's like, see, that's why I have to be like hyper independent. Like even if I were to ever get into a relationship again, it's so important for me to just like have my like myself, right? I don't want to give myself to anyone ever. I want to be, even if I get married, right, I still would like to just be able to just always be myself. We have unbridled passion with the 4 of Pentacles and the dark-haired woman. And then in the 12th house, we have justice with ending. And then I'm going to go. I couldn't give my love to you because my cup was empty. I don't like that one. My cup's not empty. It's actually full over here. Okay. On the deck, we have attention. And we have thoughts and visions of you and me together. Never leave my mind. So, we got the Don Juan, the prostitute, and the queen, or the king, I'm sorry. And then we have a warrior. As well as the child divine, and the artist, and the gossip, and the athlete, and the thief, and the victim, and the goddess, and the priest, and the guide, and the rebel, and the bully. Yeah, we don't do bullies. And then the lover, and the Midas, and the miser, and the prince. Those are all the ones that were upright. We also have child. When they started to get reversed, we started at child wounded. So I'm going to stop there. We have the rebel. We have the bully. Reminds me of Asmodeus in the Heaven or Hell Oracle. We have the lover. We have the Midas, or the miser. And we have the prince. We have the warrior, the prostitute, the Don Juan, the king, the guide, the priest, the goddess, the victim, the thief, the athlete, the gossip, the artist, and the divine child. So, thanks guys for watching. I hope to see you guys again at the next video. My name is Madeline. My channel's name is Nikki FM right now. Like I said, you can find it somewhere in the videos, most recent ones I made. Just stupid. It's kind of stupid. I did it kind of like a whim. I have to wait 2 weeks before I can change it back, so I don't know. Maybe it'll help me get like some different people in here. Not that I don't appreciate the people that are already in here, but you know, if we could get like 100 views per video, that would be super exciting for me. Whenever I get 100 views on a video, I always get excited. So if I get all my videos to be there by like, you know, whenever, I'm not really tripping about it. It would just be cool. It made me feel accomplished. Like I was actually doing something cool. That's all I really want. Which isn't, I'm not too far off. I get about like 30 to 40. Sometimes less, sometimes more. Anyways, that's what I have. Thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you again later.